Hola. Today is Tuesday, September 23rd. It's almost 9:30 a.m. I was supposed to get up really early and leave early, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to, today I want to check out two spots. One, there's like a water reservoir or something, and there's like a hike around it. Supposedly it's like from the Old Trails app that I have for I've seen it's one of the best rated hikes in Phuket, so have to check that out. And then there's also like another park in that area that I want to see, like a more family park. Just like stay in that area the rest of the day. So I think it's gonna be like around a 45-minute bike ride as usual. And then I think that area is near town, like near area where I was the other day, like Kaorang viewpoint and the monkeys and all that. So after that I can either go that way towards town and explore that a little bit more, which I think that's what I'm gonna do. You know, we'll see what I end up doing. And as usual, find like a night market or some kind of market to find some food, some smoothies, the usual. So yeah, let's do it. Just made it to Waad Dam. So looks like there's a big lake over here and a dam, and then there's a hike around the whole thing. I'm not sure where the trail is, so I have to check the map in a minute. But yeah, it looks cool, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to walk out of here. Very nice and peaceful. There's not a lot of people here. Also, I know I said I wasn't gonna hike because cobras and scary animals, but I think it's fine. I mean, obviously there's monkeys and obviously there's snakes and stuff, but in general I haven't really seen much wildlife at all. Like in Florida, you're gonna see like some kind of roadkill every half a mile, especially in the country. All kinds of dead raccoons and possums and birds and snakes and alligators. There's like wildlife everywhere. Here I don't even see like birds in the water or anything. Expecting the hiking trail to be just as calm and like without any crazy animals too. So I'm gonna go find the trailhead now, and it's a 3-point-something mile hike, I think. One moment please. 3.90 miles. Should take about 2 hours. I have water, and I'm glad I had some breakfast because there's definitely not any food around here. So far this is just a road, but it's closed off to cars, so it's definitely for walking, and I see people here working out and stuff. It's 10:30 now. It took like a whole hour to get here on the bike, but 10 out of 10 for the guy because he was a really good driver, and the bike was very comfortable too. Can't say the same about the guy that brought me from Kata Beach back home the other day. Oh my goodness, that dude was insane. Did you have a helmet? I had a helmet, at least. The guy today didn't give me a helmet, but yeah, he was going a lot slower. The bike was very smooth. Yeah, so a different experience every time I get on a bike. I found these stairs going up. Apparently there's a small shrine up there, so we gotta go see. That's a lot of stairs. ChatGPT says this says the rules of this place and the history. favorite cobra. There's not really much of a view because there's a bunch of trees in the way. Oh, minnows. Minnows. Okay. I'm gonna keep going this way because this is the actual trail. But this just looks like a regular road. I hope it's not all like this. I think this might be it actually. I don't think this is like a hiking trail. I think it's more like a bike trail. It would be fun to do this on a bike. I'm still gonna do it, but I think it's just road walking. There's like damn views all around it. Still nice and peaceful, but it's not like an actual hike. This looks interesting. Looks like there's a little trail going this way. Well, at least I found like a mini trail down to the dam. I would expect to see many alligators here if we were in Florida. It looks like I found a side trail here. I hear some water. I'm gonna go this way because I changed my mind. I don't want to do that road walk. Too boring, so I'm gonna see what's this way. In the map it says it's a trail that goes up. Definitely looks more interesting. Holy shit. Oh, this one's just a steep incline all the way up here. I think I made it to a nice view now. And I think that's all I'm gonna do. It's not even a nice view. Fucking A. But it looks like it keeps going forever and there's all kinds of trails. But it doesn't look like it goes down to any road. And I don't want to be up here all day. I'm gonna check my map once again and see, but I think I'm just gonna reach the highest point I can find here and then go down. Yeah, look, I'm here. I think I'm gonna make it all the way up here. It says 820 feet. And you see how there's all kinds of trails that keep going, but I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, but it's a little risky to go without really knowing where I can land. I did find a little view here, but just mountain and city. So I'm gonna go up to 120 feet and decide what I'm gonna do from there. Yeah, I think this is as far as I'm going. This just got very overgrown. I don't like it. Oh, well, I tried. I'm not walking through that in sandals. Cobras. I'm just gonna go back down. I think a little less than halfway around the dam there's like a water view area. I'm just gonna make it to there and then go back. Or if I'm almost halfway there, I guess I'll just go around it after all. I don't know. Should have made some better research, I guess. Just gonna power walk down. Get there faster. Get out of here. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. This is steep, so it's better to go faster than wasting energy trying to like brake. You just go with gravity. I think it's even easier on your knees. Okay, I made it out to the beach. not to the beach, to the road, which has been a word that I've been saying a lot lately. Yeah. So, yeah, no, not good. I'm gonna keep going this way for a little bit. I'm back on the road, sweating profusely. I'm gonna walk a little bit longer here. I see the dam here, and apparently there's a view. I hope it's worth it. I hope it's worth the effort of walking there. And then I'm gonna turn back because it's like 4 miles, but that's like less than 2 miles in. So it looks shorter to just go back this way, which kind of sucks because I hate having to go back. But I don't know, when I get there, I'll figure it out. I can see the spot where I started from here. Like there. Yeah, I don't know. This kind of sucks. I made it to the view, the damn view. Was it worth it? Probably not. And I think I'm just gonna keep going too. Fuck it. Just gonna keep going. I mean, it's nice, but it's pretty much the same all around it. It looks like there's like a cafe here with a nice waterfall, and then some chickens or it's peacocks. Some peacocks in there. I'm gonna see if I can get something to drink. I found this cafe place, and they had a Thai tea, 35 baht, and these I don't know what to call these, 35 baht. There's a bunch of them. I think I tried something similar with Sky the other day. It had pork inside. Might have been something different. I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad I kept going. I'm gonna have to eat all of them because I don't want to carry this all day. They're very light, and you know, it looks like a lot, but very easy to eat them, and they're not too sweet. They were also cooking, they had like all kinds of drinks and stuff, but they were also cooking pak krapao, and it was making me cough so bad. Like that, the spicy aromas get in my nose and in my throat. They have no reaction to that, and I'm like almost dying. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm pretty much halfway around this thing, so I'm just gonna finish it. I'm thinking this spot is probably popular on the weekends, but you know, today's just a random Tuesday at almost noon. Obviously everyone's working except for a few of us, so that's why. Muy bien, sí, a ti te gusta el verde. Muchas gracias. Kituna. I'm practicing my Thai with Opal. Yangไม่ได้กิน is that right? I didn't eat yet. And I'm walking around this lake place. What about you? Are you working? Okay, Anna. I'm teaching her some Venezuelan words too. I found another nice viewpoint. My old Trails app just said there's a top site 300 feet this way. I'm way past the halfway point. It's a nice little walk. Well, it's kind of long, a nice long walk. I've had some different things to see along the way. Turned out not to be too bad. First I didn't want to do it, but since I'm already here, why not, right? A little context on how I met my friends here in Thailand. I became interested in Thailand because I don't really know why. I think I've just seen some pictures. Yeah, the beaches look like the beaches in Venezuela. And I was like, this place looks amazing. So as a language nerd that I am, I was like, how hard can it be to learn Thai? 2 years ago, I had never even heard what the Thai language sounds like. I had never really read much about Thailand. I didn't know anything about Thailand. But then I found this app called Hello Talk, which is a language exchange app. And you basically set it to like whatever language you want to learn there. And then you say which language you know. So I was like, okay, I can speak English and I can speak Spanish. And I'm interested in learning Thai and then also Japanese. The app matches you with people that speak the language that you want to learn and then that want to learn the language that you already know. The first one I met was actually Mu in Bangkok, that I haven't met him in person yet. That's the last stop of my trip. I met him like over a year ago and we've been talking, like mostly sending memes, like ridiculous memes to each other. And then I met Sky. I think it's been like almost a year. So she's here in Phuket. And then the most recent one that I met was Opal. Hello, Opal from Phuket. And she's learning, she's in Mukdahan. I spent 10 days with her over there. That's Isan region. Hanging out, trying all kinds of food. It was my first stop in Thailand. If you haven't seen those videos, I have 3 videos on that. It was a really cool experience. I met her family. It was very nice. So yeah, since I met them all, I've been planning this trip to Thailand. And I was like saving money and just getting all the planning ready to do this. At one point I thought I wasn't even coming anymore. But then I made it happen and I'm so glad that I'm here, and sometimes it feels unreal that I'm actually here. I've been in Thailand for 20 days now and I'm gonna be here for a total of 47 days. So I still have a big chunk of my time here and I want to do as much as I can. But yeah, I've met all kinds of cool Thai people. Everyone here is so nice and open and like they smile at you and they treat you like family. Yeah, I really love Thailand for that. Having the experience of this Thai hospitality has been amazing. I wanted this trip to be more than just visiting the country. I wanted to actually connect with people from here. These are friendships that started a while ago, and because of that language situation, like we all want to learn languages, we have been able to kind of like help each other and exchange culture related things. I mean, people here, like for example Sky, hello Sky. She knows I like coconut, so every time she sees coconut something or anything with coconut, she goes and buys it so I can try it, which is like the cutest thing ever. That's Thai people. They want to make sure that you're comfortable and that you're trying all the good snacks, that you're just having a good time. That's a little life hack that I have accidentally found, and I think it makes a trip like this way more meaningful and exciting and interesting. Like being able to hang out with these people and they want to show you their culture and their food and all the coolest places. I think that's, you know, you can't beat that. I'm finally seeing this, like, probably like the end of this trail, getting closer to the starting point. It's actually been a lot more interesting, I guess, because I've been talking a lot and practicing my Thai with the opal would have been a lot more boring without that. So, you know, multitasking. And speaking of cultural experiences, in my family, one time we had this French girl that spent, I think it was like Christmas or New Year's or both, at the beach with us. She was my mom's French teacher, and my mom invited her, like she was living in Venezuela, and I guess she didn't really have anyone to spend the holidays with. So my mom invited her to spend the holidays with us. We used to go to this beach area in Venezuela with my entire family, so like, I don't know, like 30 people total. She said yes to that idea, and we used to go to, it was like a 12-hour drive from Valencia to El Supi or Adícora in Falcon state in Venezuela. She chose to take the bus there, which to us was kind of crazy because she had a comparable car option with us, but she was there for the adventure, you know. To me, that was like such a cool thing to see her doing, because she was like getting this whole experience of being with a Venezuelan family and eating our food and just like having a very authentic Venezuelan holiday. I was like, this must be such a cool experience for her. To me, that was always goals. I was like, one day I want to do that. I think that's the most interesting thing ever. I mean, I guess that's exactly what I'm doing here in Thailand. I never expected my first, because I don't want this one to be the last, but my first experience in another country, like this type of experience, to be in Thailand. But here I am. I think being there with a Thai family, we went to Pangya with Sky's family, and being there and like eating the food they made, and even though I didn't understand anything and most of them didn't speak a word of English, that was the difference. With the French girl, she definitely knew Spanish, so that was a lot easier for her to at least have some conversations with us. Yeah, I'm just having fun here. It's very interesting. I love languages. I love trying new foods. I love the small differences and big differences in different cultures. So it's the experience of a lifetime. I think I'll never forget what I've been doing here, and my family was very worried that I was actually gonna do something like this. And like, I understand why they would be worried, but like I said, I mean, online friends, you don't really know them until you know them, right? But everything has turned out better than I ever expected. Okay, I'm back where I started. Almost 6 miles. That's 8.37 kilometers. I'll give it 5 out of 10 because it was road walking, but there wasn't much traffic. There were good views, but no elevation. And then there was cafe that saved my life over there. So yeah, 5 out of 10. It would have been way more exciting to do that on a bicycle though, so I would definitely not walk this ever again. I'm currently planning my next move. I think I found a market that should be open now, Katu market, and then there's the other park that I want to go to, so I'm trying to see if it's not too far, and then maybe end the day again at Phuket Old Town, because I haven't seen that at night. So I decided to start walking from the dam down to Katu Market, which is road walking, but there's not a lot of traffic. So as usual, if it gets too dangerous, I can call the Grab. But since it says it's only a 45-minute walk, I decided to give it a go. But you know, I'm still thinking next time I come to Thailand, hopefully next year, I definitely want to be able to ride a motorbike, because this is not the most pedestrian friendly place. But, and you know, grabbing motorbikes, like doing Grab everywhere, it's cheap, but it adds up. That's where most of my money is being spent. A snake. It was like gray with maybe like an orange or reddish head. Maybe like 2 feet, 3 feet, not too big. Hi doggy. I'm afraid to go this way because there's a dog there. It looks kind of chill, I guess. I'm just gonna go this way. I made some research on that snake. It looked like gray body, reddish or orange head area. Might have been a Siamese orange, or I forgot. But it says potentially lethal snake. And I didn't see it on a hiking trail. I've seen it on like a random street right by that dog. And it says if it was that, it's both venomous and poisonous. Like, what the fuck? It certainly didn't want anything to do with me. It just went slithering away. So yeah, my first snake. Yeah, so I find a sidewalk. I've been walking on this. After I saw a snake, I'm like paranoid, thinking I'm seeing snakes everywhere. Because what the hell is a poisonous and venomous snake all at the same time? What the hell, Thailand? I was not expecting that. It also looked like the most little innocent snake ever. The snakes I know, the venomous ones, look mean. Like, you see their faces and you're like, yeah, that motherfucker is trying to kill me. But this one I've seen look very innocent. So yeah, don't let appearances fool you. Just got a matcha and some peanut cookies, I think. The ladies there were actually very nice. They were asking me where I'm from and stuff. They said I look Thai. I look like Thai people. Maybe I should move to Thailand. I'll blend in pretty good. I just have to learn Thai. I got this matcha tea to change it up a little bit. 25 baht. And then the cookies. It looks like cookies with like peanuts on it. 15 baht. 40 baht for both. And I'm already in town. I think this is Katu area. I'm not sure. But I'm like 17 minutes away from... Where am I going? To the market. I'm already seeing some food around here, so maybe if I find something that doesn't look as intimidating, maybe I'll just eat there. But I have this for now. These are the cookies I found. They have a bunch of peanuts on them, and they're not very sweet at all. 10 out of 10. And the matcha too, very good. Sitting outside this 7-Eleven for a second so I can eat this and get rid of the trash and keep going. I'm on this pedestrian bridge. I'm almost at the market now. I've seen a lot of people seem to like to keep birds, like exotic birds in cages. They look cool and everything. But I have seen 2 cages over there, right in the sun. The poor birds were panting like so hard, trying to hide. There's no shade. They have no shade whatsoever. They must be frying their poor brains. I feel so bad for them. Keeping a bird in a cage is already cruel enough, I think, but keeping it in the sun all day, it's hot. It's really hot, and the poor bird was moving from one side of the cage to another. I think trying to find some shade. I don't know how they can even survive like one day in that cage. I don't know. I don't like it. I made it to the market. That last stretch, like 1K or so, was particularly tough because it was in the sun and it's hot. There's a bunch of food, but I don't know what anything is. Everything looks scary. Oh, I don't know. Where are my friends when I need them? I'm gonna have to find somewhere else. After those snacks, I'm not that hungry, so I think I'm just gonna keep going to the next place. I found food 1 minute down the road from where I was crying. Asked the lady, I'm like, yeah, noodles, pork, yeah, just give me whatever you recommend. I couldn't understand the menu. From what I've learned so far about how food works here, you get like this base dish, right? And then on the table you have all the different condiments, I guess. You have chili flakes, chilies and vinegar maybe, fish sauce, sugar, I don't know what this one is, and then you add whatever amounts you want. So it's like a combination of sweet, sour, spicy, and salty. They have all the different flavor profiles. I made it to King Rama the 9th Park. It's a local park. What's that? I see a intermediate egret. Apparently here they have the intermediate egret, and in Florida we have the great egret. The white one right there, and then those other ones. I don't know what those are. The gray ones. Let me get a better look at those. So they are called Asian openbills. And I didn't get that detail in my video, but their bill is like, there's like a opening right in the middle, but they flew away. Look at my feet. They're so tanned, I don't even recognize them anymore. I'm walking down this park to find the toilets, because today I haven't been in like temple areas to go to the bathroom, so hopefully these bathrooms are open. I'm just resting a little bit at this park. I went to the bathroom, there was soap, and I'm trying to figure out what's next. Also, the other day I said that Thailand reminds me of Venezuela, and then I think I only said negative things. I mean, kind of negative things. So I wanted to make sure I also list the good, positive things. So the weather in general, I mean, there's different regions in Venezuela that definitely look different, but where I'm from, the weather is similar. The coconuts, the mangoes, the palm trees, and like the nice people. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I say some positive things about it too. So yeah, it kind of feels a little bit like home, but not really at the same time. Yeah. I need to charge my phone, so I found an Amazon cafe. Amazon. It's 7 minutes from here, so I'm gonna go charge. Now I'm also running out of SD card space and I don't have another one, so I need to shut up. Found it. I charged my phone at the Amazon cafe. I just paid at the gas station. Now I'm heading towards Old Town to check that out at night. Who are these girls? Why are their faces everywhere? They're literally outside every 7-Eleven. They must be the most famous models in Thailand. I don't know. Anyway, after that I'm gonna go home. Yeah, just call it a day. Yeah, I made it to this area again. I think I'm going home now. I'm tired. This is a lot less busier at this time than earlier in the day. I'm back. I just had the roughest grab experience, like on a bike. The guy was like a little older and a bike too. Every time he, like, the bike started moving, I would just like do like that, or every time the gear shifted, it was like a violent situation. When we were almost here, his GPS got messed up and then he was like turning around. I was like, no, I think you were good, like this way was good. He was so confused. When we enter this area, there's like a bunch of speed bumps. He did not see the first speed bump and we went like full speed on the freaking speed bump and we almost went flying. And then there's like six more like speed bumps after that. He just couldn't see them, so every time there was one, I was like, slow down, and he was like, oh. I was like, ah, what a nightmare.